With Robinhood, not only can you trade individual stocks and ETFs, you can also seamlessly buy and sell crypto at low costs. Trade all in one place. Get started now on Robinhood. Trading crypto involves significant risk. Crypto trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Crypto LLC. Robinhood Crypto is licensed to engage in virtual currency business activity by the New York State Department of Financial Services. Crypto held through Robinhood Crypto is not FDIC insured or SIPC protected. Investing involves risk, including loss of principal. Securities trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer.
Hello everybody, this is Murray back with you on this, we're going to still call it today the Lavaca County News Review, but after today, what's it going to be, Michelle?
I forgot. No, you're going to have to listen to the end, right, to find out?
Anyway, we're changing the name of this podcast and we're doing a lot of different things. I guess the last time that we were actually in touch with you was when we did the Christmas party, and that was a video and we had fun with that. But we're changing the whole way of doing this podcast. We're not going to sit down and review every newspaper like we've been doing in the past. We'll have them here and we'll be glancing through them, but for the most part we're going to talk about obituaries, meeting notices, and those kind of things, because we figure that by the time we run through all the papers and give you a news review, that you might already have your paper, or you may have seen it online, and so that's a waste of time. It's better for you to read it yourself and you know what's going on. So we're going to start off. We've got something here about Chief Elmo Grant. So what do we've got written there? This came from the Lavaca County Sheriff's Office.
The Lavaca County Sheriff's Office off of Facebook posted, "Our thoughts and prayers are with the family and friends of Chief Elmo Grant. He was a great leader, friend, and family man. The entire community mourns his passing. He will dearly be missed. May he rest in peace."
Yes, and we offer our condolences to his family and all his friends, which he had many. And as long as I've lived over here, I never got to meet the man, and I'm real sorry for that, because I know that he was a great person and a great member of the community. He was a city councilman too, wasn't he?
Yes, not supposedly. Yes, after he retired from being police chief or from the force, he went on to serve his community as a member of the city council, and now his daughter actually has his seat on the city council.
Well, like we said before, condolences to him and his family and whatever, and I hope that you'll find some peace through this. And it's hard to lose a loved one, and especially like your dad. It's we all have to go through it, but it's not any fun, that's for sure. Speaking of obituaries, Michelle, let's run down what we've got on LavacaCountyToday.com. And again, our condolences to the friends and family of all these people that Michelle's fixing to read. So go ahead, Michelle.
All right, and you can find a list of their services and information on our website also at Lavaca County Today. So Victor L. Novak of Yoakum, Paul Otto Vocal.
Well, they pronounce it two ways really, but Velkel.
And he was of Hallettsville.
Yeah, he had two. We put one in there early before we got his picture and all that.
Eric Otto Eckhart of Yoakum, Jeanette Jean Targach of Moulton.
Okay, does that go ahead and run it down a couple more?
Catherine M. Volish of Shiner, Roger Frederick Bishop. I'm not really sure where he was from. I apologize for that. And I know that this was a little bit before Christmas, but Tina Marie Chavanitz of Fulshire, which her family is from Hallettsville.
Okay, we'll be doing this every week, folks. So if you don't happen to see it in your paper or whatever, this is on our website, lavacacountytoday.com. And it's the obituaries you can look at without having a subscription to this website. So keep that in mind, lavacacountytoday.com. You want to jump over to, we're going to just take a look at the Hallettsville Tribune Herald, and we're not necessarily going to go through everything, but we've made a lot of changes in the looks of our paper, and we brought it back, and it's being done here in-house as far as the mailings. Am I right about all that,
Yes,
Michelle?
all the work is being done here.
Yeah, okay.
So we're working harder.
So we're not gonna, you're gonna see you may see your papers be a little smaller than they've been in the past, because after all, this is a business, and our page count runs on our advertising. And so in the past, we've been having this done away from here by another company or person or whatever you want to call it. And, we would have 20 pages or so that had a lot of unnecessary items, we might say, what we call filler around here. And that cost us money, folks. So we're making it lean and mean again like it used to be. And we'll be running strictly on advertising, and that's how our page count will go.
Our New Year's resolution is to slim down to a healthy spot.
That's right. But we've got on the front page here, Bobby put this on here, and it's about the Bobcats over at Texas State, what used to be Southwest Texas Teachers College, I believe, when my daughter went there. And they won I think it was their first bowl game.
First ever bowl game, yes.
And our editor, or own premises editor over in Luling, Nicole, is that correct?
Nicole Smith, yes.
She took these pictures. She had a press pass, and she got into the game, and she took a couple of great pictures, and Bobby put them on the front page of the Tribune Herald. Now you can run on down, Michelle, to it.
All right.
We don't want to leave out Henry Joe Yashik.
Oh, never. Henry will always be a part of our podcast.
Oh, yeah. What's his trivia? Has he got a new one, or is he still operating off that old?
Where is the New Year celebrated with the Feast of Mary, Mother of God? So he's looking for a location. I had someone ask me that today. So it's a location.
All right.
And he'll draw for the winner next week.
I think that's probably all right. Just you got this coming up.
Yeah, the Ms. Hallettsville pageant is coming up. Is next Saturday, so look for information in your paper on that. And we encourage people to attend and support the young people that are running for those titles.
Okay. If you don't see anything else there that's pertinent, then just run down to sports, and we'll give little Chucky Groff a little bit of a plug here. What's Chucky got going on there?
Chuck is saying that the Brahmas went. Why can't I say it? Brahmas. I don't know. I work here now.
Little Chucky will argue with you no matter how you say it. So
I'll talk to him about it later. But they went 3 for 4 in the Schulenburg tournament. I'm going to just say Hallettsville boys. Hallettsville girls defeated the Bears for the East Chambers tourney, which that was actually pretty far away. So
what's little Chucky got in his column there?
Who knows? He's talking about the UT was hoping for a national championship. Of course, we all know, if anyone watched it, that it did not end up that way. But they did have a great season, so
yes,
congrats to them.
Yes, they did.
And then he's talking a little bit about the NFL. I did get a chance at our family Christmas with our son to watch the Cowboys game. And, wow.
It was a good one, huh?
It was very interesting at the end. Right. My husband, the coach, said, you don't go for something 3 times. It's not going to happen.
All right. Well, I don't see nothing else right there that you won't see in your paper. Of course, Michelle does a good job with her classifieds as usual, and we got a couple of pages of those. And you will be seeing new ads for our new podcast, and that'll be coming up, I don't know if she'll have it ready by the next paper.
I will, Murray, maybe.
Anyway.
I'm going to give it a good effort. Now, it's going to be hard for me not to talk a lot about Shiner.
Well, go ahead. I mean, whatever you see there. That we can't give them more time than we give everybody else.
Right.
But
sure, of
anyway,
course not.
Yeah.
Just know that the Shiner Chamber of Commerce is starting on a new year. And as we start on that new year, we have some lunch and learns going on. The banquet's going to be coming up with bingo, so you can buy your tickets already online. And there's one more thing, and I don't know why I can't remember. But look for all of those things that the chamber is doing, because we're excited about that. I don't even know that it's in the paper, but the brewery will have a chili cook-off next weekend. I'm excited. I always love notes from the museum. If you ever get a chance, Clayton did a great article about is it called the Lavaca County Museum?
I believe that's correct, yeah.
That's here in Hallettsville, but that one has artifacts from all, especially a lot from Moulton, since Moulton doesn't have one. But we have, Yoakum has one, Shiner has one, and Hallettsville has one. So highly recommend going check out the museum.
Was that obituary on our...
Yes,
okay.
It was.
All right. Okay, you see any upcoming meetings there that might be pertinent?
There's an LCRSP to meet January the 9th. Do you know what that stands for?
Lavaca County Retired
School Personnel.
Yeah.
I didn't find it very quickly, but Murray just knows.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not joking. Have you seen those caterpillars crawling across the road, Murray? Yeah. I have.
We've had them in our carport every year. And
they're really gross.
Them boogers will sting you, some of them. I don't know if they all do, but anyway.
Well, why don't you pick a couple up and see what happens?
Yeah, I'll wear a pair of gloves. Yeah.
The Lady Comanches in their 2023 year by winning the Smithville tournament. So congrats to them. They're having a great season. I know Chuck said he watched them play at Sacred Heart this week, and they had a really good game.
And Mark Luby did a good job, just like little Chucky Groff does over here. So we want to thank Mark for that, for his work.
But I don't know that we should talk about him, Mary, because he told me when I said, we talk about you on the podcast, he said, y'all do? What does that mean, Murray? He doesn't listen to them?
That kind of reminds me of other people that should be listening that don't.
It is crazy why those people don't. Mark did some coverage on some of the athletes that graduated from Shiner high schools that have went on to play, and Dalton Brooks played in his first bowl game as an Aggie, and he did get an interception in that game, so congrats to him.
You bet.
And Danye Taylor also won an award. And I'm pretty sure UTSA played in a bowl game, but I don't remember that for sure. And then Sloan has his sports column.
More classifieds.
Which advertise.
You bet.
It's important.
Casper Foundation, is that something new? They got an award?
They award a grant. There was something on the front page about a grant and something on the back. Different grants that they've been awarding. It's the Don G. Casper Foundation. So that's a very great organization. You can apply for those grants online. I do know that. To help with needed equipment, various functions, anything like that, you can apply, and they're happy to possibly offer you a grant.
With this new podcast too, Michelle, I don't know if I told you, but
probably not.
We're going to highlight more on our advertisers. So.
So that means advertise, so we can talk about you.
Yeah. More that you get in there, more you'll get talked about. So you'll get free airtime to go along with your ad. So on that note, I want to thank Potex. I saw they still have their half-page ad running every week.
Yes, go shop there.
Yeah. So jump on over now. We're in the Herald Times, right? We're over in Yoakum.
We're in Yoakum. We've made it around. Now, I know that this is not funny, but when you look at this picture, do you see the little girl pointing to the restroom sign? But I think she was pointing to the tree. But I'm sorry, as a photographer, that's what I see. But this is a picture from the 35th Annual Christmas Tree Forest, which their museum hosts, their Heritage Museum hosts. So More about those caterpillars. They also have an upcoming chamber banquet. It is set for January the 25th, and it tells you how to get tickets. And those banquets are very good. They not only support the individual communities and businesses and outreach, but they also are a great way to get together with people from the town and see what needs are and what other people are doing. Hey, Murray, what's that word?
What, Speed Queen?
No, no. The Texas German Society celebrates Winchester Fest.
I bet we have somebody here that can tell you what that means.
I'll have to ask
It's
Henry.
sure not me.
Oh, Henry Joe. Oh, we're in Yoakum Sports now. It looks like Mark was over there covering the Lady Bulldogs and the Bulldogs. And the Bulldogs placed 6th in a tournament. And let's see what those Lady Bulldogs did. They got a win against Marion in a tournament. So,
All right.
great things.
All right. Well, we can go on now. I don't see anything. We'll jump on over to Moulton.
The Moulton.
The Moulton Eagle. Yeah, it was a little different this week, but but it will change, and we are glad that we're going to have an opportunity to do that one in-house here more all the time. And it'll be myself and Michelle, and we'll be putting it together. And I think you're going to see some changes. Well, I shouldn't say I think you're going to see some, because you are going to see some. And we want to remind you folks over there about our new reporter, Clayton Kelly. I'm sure you've probably seen him because he's been over there, and we're going to have a little write-up about Clayton.
And a way to get a hold of him.
Yeah.
If you have some news or a story you think he should cover, get in touch with him. He is in need of more Moulton news. We all are, and we want it to be informative.
And Clayton, he's just down the road from Moulton, and I'm sure he would appreciate any news tips, and we would appreciate it, because a lot of times we need more things to put in Moulton that are on a local nature. We put a lot of what we call filler in there from time to time, and we try to pick stuff that's interesting to you and that will benefit you, but nothing is as good as local news. So I'm glad you said that, Michelle, because we need to put in contact information for everybody that writes for these papers. And I know that I had a lady contact me, and she had wanted to mention something about an article that I had written, and I realized that we hadn't been putting my email address under my credit line. And so we're going to start being sure that we do that. And
we apologize they're so long, the email.
Yeah, they are. They're very long, but they wanted to get it uniform where everybody didn't have different email addresses, so they all wanted them to come out of LavacaCountyToday.com. So that's the way it is now. I don't know if it's going to stay that way, but for now, until any changes are made, we will make an effort to get all those email addresses underneath every reporter, every writer that writes for these papers. Now, I don't know what else we've got in there, Michelle, that
the Junior Livestock Show will be coming up. It will be on Sunday, January 14th. And this gives you all the information as to when things are going to happen and who to contact. And so we also have a steer pictured. That was the grand champion 2022. So that's an exciting time. And we'll have more information on that again next weekend as well. Or next week, in the paper.
I don't know who's going to cover that. It'll probably be either Clayton or Bobby. But it will be covered. So look forward to it, friends, because it's important to these kids, and it's important to the community, and we need to thank all the people involved. Okay, Michelle.
And GVC gave a $20,000 power up grant to the Moulton Police Department. We would love to see that and thank businesses who support great people like our police who strive really hard to keep us safe, which is one reason we don't have a lot of news in Moulton, because there's not a lot of crime and that going on. So we're thankful for that as well.
That's a good thing, that's for sure.
We do have a whole area meetings section, so make sure you guys look at that. Sometimes you don't get that personal invite. This is your personal invite, right, Murray?
That's exactly
right. It may not be sent in the mail, but that is your invitation. And there's an ad I did for the livestock show, and that one tells you again more of the schedule, what's going to happen, and who some of those board of directors are, and we thank them for working so hard on this event for the kiddos.
And basically, the sports is just Sloan Price's Sports Corner. And I think that pretty well wraps up Moulton. Now, getting back to Chief Elmo Grant.
Yes.
His obituary should certainly be in the next paper. He passed away kind of in between, and so it will be a thorough write-up, and I haven't talked to Bobby yet, but I imagine that there'll be a big article.
Yes, I heard Clayton and Jimmy talking about it this morning, and I know that they have spoken with one of the daughters already.
Well, that's great. That's great.
We're, I know, in the process of getting that, and I told Murray that when he said he never met him, I said I hadn't either, and I've actually only worked in Hallettsville for a little over a year, but I know of him very well. And so with that being said, when you know of someone and you've heard only wonderful things about them in such a short time that you feel like you knew them, that means they were an amazing person.
Well, my parents are gone now. My little brother's gone, and they lived over here for years, and they just worship. I'm going to call him the chief because that's the way they always talked about him. And they loved that man, and they always were telling me stories about him. And I'm just sorry that when I moved over here that I didn't get the opportunity to meet him. But he will leave behind a great legacy in this community and this county. And we will have some information about him in Moulton as well. It may not be a thorough write-up like Hallettsville will have, but we will have something about him over there.
And he was important to Shiner because he hired Adam, who was the chief police over there. And so he gave Adam his first job here and set him on a trail for a long career in law enforcement. So he definitely didn't just affect the community of Hallettsville. He had an impact all over Lavaca County.
Yeah. That's a wonderful thing that a man can leave a legacy like he has left. Evidently, it's just like I said. I've never ever heard a bad word about that.
I haven't either.
Okay, what do we need to tell them about the podcast next week?
That it's gonna be more fun.
Okay.
Because we're super fun people.
Oh yeah.
And sometimes in reviewing newspapers we don't seem as fun, so that's why we're gonna be more fun. There's gonna be new stuff every week, so you're gonna have to listen. Well, you'll never know exactly what to expect. Murray gave you some of our staples that we'll do every week. But there will be some out of the box, crazy things because that's who I am. And then there'll be some history because that's who Murray is.
Yeah, well, that's right. You're exactly right. My whole plan was to, and Michelle's, was to change this to where we could talk about more things locally besides just the newspapers. Because it's just like this thing about Chief Grant is just, you don't want to be boring and just run down through a newspaper and say he passed away and blah, 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 you know, because there's so much more that story that needs to be told. And that's what we're going to be doing. And did you remember exactly what the title's going to be?
Yes, Local Lowdown. With Murray and Michelle.
There you go.
Or Michelle and Murray. That is still left up to the thought.
Yeah. One other thing, too, and that's something we need to put together, is we need to have an email address for this podcast. And we will try to get that to you pretty soon, where you can give us some reflection on what you think. And if you've got stories about people that you want us to share, well, we'll be more than happy. We can't say that we can do them all because we are limited on time, but we will try our best to get them in there. So, I don't know of anything else, except I haven't had lunch. Yeah, you did.
I may have.
Yeah, but that's going to be all for this time. They're going to be short and sweet, just like the newspapers are going to be from now on. And so with that being said, I'm going to say goodbye for now, and I'm going to let Michelle wrap it up.
All right. Well, I hope everyone has a wonderful upcoming weekend. I do hope that the start of your 2024 has been as amazing as Murray and mine has been, or at least as interesting, because it has definitely been one crazy week here. But I hope that the rest of your week goes well, the rest of your year is amazing, and I hope you spend it listening to us.
You bet. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.